Have you ever been at a restaurant and the server has a nice looking plate of food in their hand and they come straight to your table? They get a foot away and hit you with the meanest one of these right here. One of these right here. That's how life did me. Let me explain. 18, 19, I was playing college football in North Carolina. Eventually I realized I wanted to try to expand and I wanted to try to transfer to a bigger school. I moved to Las Vegas, Nevada. Due to the type of school that I was coming from, the school I was going to required a certain type of credits. Basically, I had to retake a math course over the summer, just 2 semesters over the summer, real sweet and easy. Unfortunately, life started life and led to me having to go back to the East Coast and work, which wasn't even really a problem for me, if I must be honest. I went back and I started making money that I didn't have any goals with. I was existing, not living, working with no goals. Kind of made everything feel pointless a little bit. Warehouse jobs, they tell you hold it down for a few months, you run up mad bread. I had those jobs for almost years at a time and I was having the money, it just didn't have anything that I wanted to do with it. So it just existed. I ate food. I had so many gym memberships open at the same time. It was ridiculous. But in that process, I ended up in Washington, D.C., which I must be honest, I did not go to D.C. with the intent on liking it. How I ended up loving it is really just explainable through going to D.C. Being there, I was able to rekindle with a lot of things that I kind of lost my way from. I was able to get right back good with God. Another thing would be family. Did kind of separate myself from my family for a little bit. For a lot of reasons, we all have families that, you know, you can't choose family you're born into. At the end of the day, blood is supposed to be thicker than water. Supposed to be. I was able to reestablish a lot of bonds with relatives and siblings. I'm actually very happy about that. Lastly, it would be comedy. If I must be honest, I completely forgot stand-up comedy was a thing. I grew up listening, watching, and portraying my own ideas of a stand-up comedy since I was old enough to remember to walk, talk, or think on my own. Once life got real, I kind of had to put all the things that connected me to my childhood self away, and I forgot that I even did that. That's how good I was able to just disassociate. I became a real life NPC, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was just going to work, making money, talking to women. It was just nothing really being built. For someone that I could say that it was constantly in positions with people that told me like, they could see a lot in me, I have a lot of potential. I heard that, but no one ever really explained what that meant to me. Fast forward to, I'm that good with God, good with my family, I'm doing my comedy thing. I started posting videos, making more skits. I get intact with the creative person that I used to be before, you know, I had to just start working. Everything is going smooth. I ended up moving back to Vegas, and then it felt like that plate was coming back to me. And then I got hit by a car. Not only did I get hit by a car, but I did have some housing issues at 2 distinct points in time. It really just came from unforeseen circumstances. I am very grateful that in the short period of time that I've had to bounce back from those situations, bounce back did indeed happen. So all glory to God. My laptop broke the moment I really got into, you know, building the YouTube and making videos. I ended up losing my job that I was able to have for the time being I was here. It was rough. Things was good for a bit and then it got rough again. But for some reason, it didn't seem nearly as bad as all the rough patches I've had prior. And that's kind of what my little fire of motivation still was. That for some reason, I can tell that I was better now than I was before. And that motivated me to keep going. Because there were times where I kind of lost the enthusiasm or the motivation to keep going, but it was me looking back like, dang, a year ago today, 2 years ago today, 4 years ago today, you wouldn't know what to do in this situation. Now I am restarting because a lot of the trials and tribulations I had came pretty recently. I just want to be clear that no matter the type of background you come from, what you look like, male or female, people go through real life, and a lot of them go through it by themselves, either because they don't have the access to the type of friends or family that other people expect you to have, or you just might have just been born in an environment where you simply think different, express your emotions different, and you communicate different. A lot of that times it creates boundaries amongst people that are really close to you, but without knowing, it just is problematic. That happens, you're not alone. But then you get this feeling of maybe the environment I'm in is only curated for people who are comfortable in this environment. You ever find yourself not being comfortable somewhere where you spend a lot of time at? There's a reason. Sign that you probably are designed for something. I try not to describe things as better or worse. I say different. Different is for both of us. What could be great for me may suck for you, and vice versa. From East Coast to West Coast, I don't really see nothing better or worse. I just see it different. I'm lying a little bit. I do love my East Coast, but I only been on the West Coast probably for half a year, still learning. Do your research if you feel like you're at a point where you just feel different, you feel out of place, you feel like you're in a puzzle that is missing a piece, but your edges just don't line up with the missing piece. Whole time, you're not even just on the wrong puzzle, but you're on the wrong table in the wrong house, and you wouldn't know, just like I didn't know. So the things that I'm doing now, so I was able to figure out the whole laptop thing. I did some Black Kids in STEM junk. If I must be real, trust and believe the production's about to be ramped up. Another thing is I am watching more videos on YouTube of people who want to start a business. You just have energy. If all you do is argue with the people you love, drink, smoke, feel sad, be alone by yourself, you don't work out, you don't have to do all these things that have a happy life. If you're not happy with the life that you have and you're not doing any of those things, or you are doing those things, I suggest just try something different. Change one thing about something you do all the time. If you're unhappy with what happens when you do that thing, write down the results that you see. That's your piece of research, that's your experiment. That unlocks a whole different gateway of doors of thinking for you when you just like, I'll try one thing different. And after that, you learn the things that you can try differently in a comfortable pace. You just gotta do it sometimes. I'm also doing clipping. Also, I'm gonna be doing updates about that because I've been doing photography for like 6 years now. I've been doing music videos, sports highlights, car meets, all types of video related things. If you have a bunch of experience in the photography, videography, production world, this is something that you could probably really do in your sleep. I think I could literally do this in my sleep. Like, I think that's something that can make me money in my sleep. If you need something to do as a side hustle, just understand it's not gonna blow up off the bat. These videos, I'm already knowing, not gonna blow up off the bat. Clipping videos I'm making, I'm knowing. They tell you, don't try to mass post because algorithm thinks you will buy. Slowly but surely, as a human, post once a week for the first week, then go second week, post twice a week, and then after that, do what you like. Post 5 pictures in one day, I don't know. Going to the gym and working out again, and making sure to maintain a relationship with God. Just gotta check on your people. Reach out to someone you haven't smoked to in a grip. Do that, talk to people, read more, and just do what you want. Live your life. I'm literally gonna be doing this stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know what I did do, and I know that I don't wanna do that stuff no more. On to the next. At the end of the day, they gotta eat. Yeah, I'm about to run to this mic. The homegirl's little brother he wanted to be a journalist or a reporter of a sort, and he had a school project that I helped him with. He dropped that in. Funny dude. If journaling never ever doesn't work out, I suggest he picks up a mic and get on the stage. Little funny mom. What's going on with the whole eviction thing? Let's start there. You out on the street yet? You homeless? Like houseless? Sorry, I'm not politically intelligent. But what's going on there? Let us know. Well, I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who's seen the vid, reached out, said something at the end of me. Honestly, whether it was a few dollars or a prayer, which was also very appreciated. A lot of you didn't have to do that. It's even some faces and names that I wouldn't even expect to remember me after how long it's been. I'm very happy that it turned out the way it did. Secondly, I just wanted to say, TikTok. Yeah, that was the lowest amount of views I've ever gotten on any video on TikTok from the entirety of me having an account, and I've had an account since PC, pre-COVID. Yeah, thank you everyone. I will be dropping a video as an update on TikTok. I know I've just been hunkered down busy. I will be updating everyone. I haven't reached back out to you. I do apologize for that, but TikTok K. Yeah. Next question. Okay, TikTok. Okay. Let's hope they don't see this. All right, next question. What's next? What's going on now? I would say right now, just focus on putting more content out. Comedy. I will be posting different forms of sketches on my social media platforms. So it's gonna be more than just me doing stand-up. It's gonna be skits, reactions, and all types of funny interactive videos. So I am gonna get more busy on that front. I'm learning a new skill every day. I'm practicing clipping. I'm sure a lot of people may be familiar with it, but if you aren't, clipping is just another form of social marketing. Right now I'm in the starter phase. Usually the first week or two let you know how difficult it's going to be for you moving forward. I just passed a week. I'm still in the observation phase of the accounts. I just want to see if it's something that you can actually turn into actual profit and if it's a reasonable source of income for someone who has the time to put into it. I haven't been exploring that.
Oh, another way to be busy and broke. I like it. I like it. Anything else?
Oh, and lastly, I would say, I guess it's something new in my life. Recently, I cut my locks off. That's new. There's a lot of reasons behind it, but I'm going to be posting a video about it pretty soon, breaking down, how it felt doing it, what was the final thing that helped me convince myself to actually do it, the symbolism behind it, getting used to not having it, having the phantom head shake, stuff like that.
At a time where locks are at an all-time favorite, this man decided to face alone the world with his baldness, making forehead sexy again, 2026. I like it.
Oh, and actually, I plan on getting a reaction from my friends. I'm just gonna FaceTime a bunch of them and record how they react to me not having any hair on my head. I've had some friends I've only known for the past 2 to 4 years, and they don't know what I look like without hair. They might think someone stole my phone at first. We're gonna see.
All right, next and last question. The relationship status, is there a special someone, a Mrs. Wente?
Right now, I'm just focused on myself. I realize that I need more attention from me than anyone right now. Truth be told, I'm a lover at heart. I do have to build myself to a certain level of preparedness for the world before I can even consider having someone else to build a world with, putting myself up.
Does it have anything to do with the lack of money or hair?
No. Like I was saying, it's a choice. I mean, yeah, building myself is important. Make sure I'm financially stable is important. So that is, a fraction of the reason of why I'm locked in on myself. I like my hair, though. So that wouldn't be stopping me from having a love life, actually.
He's making it happen one take day, battling baldness, brokenness, and bitches.
I'm just working on solidifying my relationship with God. You get God in your life.
And yeah, we could tell the hair was gone. I was thinking your head was a bit round underneath that hood.
Well, hold on. Most of the people I meet, heads are round. Where I'm from, Earth. I noticed you had a couple sharp edges on the ship. You had a couple corners, vertexes. I don't know. I can't. Are you from here? You see a lot of shaped heads. You see round ones, oval ones. There's even a cartoon about this really smart kid with a triangle shaped one. But it's just the square one. I don't know. Did you use a cinder block as a pillow as a kid? Or were you dropped in a trash compactor?
All right, that's enough of the day. Everyone, that's the end of the show, and we will be seeing you next week. Good night.